What am I doing? I'm about to pray right now. So the intention is in the heart. But if we say it with our tongue, it's also a good thing that we can remind ourselves. It's not needed though. It's not necessary. It has to be in the heart. That's the main necessary one. So now we're going to practice when we bring in our hands up, our palms are going to be facing the Qibla. Our fingers are going to be upright. So this is the position. You're standing, your toes are still facing the Qibla. You're close to the brother next to you, right? And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned many ahadith, like literally whole chapters, on the fact that how the straightness of the line is a way to know the correctness of our hearts. So we're straight. We bring in our hands up to the thumb is going to be the level of our earlobe. You don't have to touch your earlobe, but is this going to be at the level of the earlobe? The palms are going to face the Qibla, and your fingers are going to be pointed up, normal. Remember, in our prayer, we're going to talk about two things. This is tight fingers. This is spread fingers. This is normal. This is the normal way. So here, our palms are going to face the Qibla. Our our thumbs are going to be at the level of the earlobe. And don't shrug your shoulders like this. Don't bend it down. Just normal. Just normal. And so if everybody can do that, we'll just walk through it and make sure everybody's doing it right. All right? Good. Yeah. So you don't have to touch your earlobes. You can just be like this. Yes. Good. And then palms facing the Qibla. Palms facing the Qibla. Okay? Yeah. But don't shrug. I feel like you're doing a little shrug. So you don't have to touch your earlobes. Just at the same level, parallel to the earlobes, like this. And then don't shrug. Normal. So normal. Brother Muhammad?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. So straight. So straight. Okay. Do you want to do it?
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. A little more. All right. All right. So let's try that one more time. Okay. Let's practice that one more time. So we're ready. We're about to start our prayer. And when we're about to start our prayer, audibly, we're going to first bring our hands up till here. And this is going to be at the same level as the earlobes. And palms are facing the Qibla. And at this point, right when you're at the top of it and you're about to go down, we're going to say Allahu Akbar audibly enough that we can hear. And then we're going to tie our hands. So let's just practice that first aspect of it. And again, we'll just go around and check everybody and see if anybody needs any help. So another thing is once you're here, you're going to say Allahu Akbar. Okay? Don't do any extra movements. So you don't say Allahu Akbar and put your hands down. You just tie your hands after. Okay? Okay. Don't go like that. Just normal. Yeah, you have to say it with your mouth. Earlobes. A girl does this. Guys, we gotta go up. You know, like the earlobe thing, the same thing. Women do this. All right, we're here. Yeah. Do one more time. Do the whole thing again. Hop. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Remember, you don't have to touch your earlobes. Just at the same level. Thumbs, just normal. Yes. Turn your palms a little more towards the Qibla.
So like I've noticed a lot of people that go like this. Like, sometimes they
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, common mistakes is this. Common mistakes is what the brother just mentioned. You say Allahu Akbar and then you like do a little sway and then you come back. Or I've seen another common mistake is this. Like your palms are facing insideward, right? You're going like this, or you're lifting up your earlobes. What else common mistakes is there? I've seen the speedy one. Like you just like this and then you just did what's up and then you tied it. So you want to follow as much as possible the sunnah. So you want to go like this, right? You don't have to touch your earlobes, straight. And you say Allahu Akbar. Okay? Now, once you said, yeah.
So, but while you're standing, whether the Iqamah is going on,
Yeah.
you just stand with your hands down? Or
Yeah, just down. It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Okay, so now there's one other thing that we're gonna practice with this. So you did the standing, we're upright, we're not tilted down. Another common mistake is you're tilting down or you're rushing. You know, you want to catch the rakat before the imam gets up. So you go like the rush, then you say Allahu Akbar and you start. No, you have to be upright, audibly. That's another key thing. And now we want to stay away from, not just in this aspect, but in all the different stages of salah, you want to stay away from any extra movements. So for example, you don't want to sway your hands, you don't want to pick up your pants. A lot of people when they go into ruku, they're picking up their pants and then they fix their kurta and then all these things. You don't want to do any extra movements. So here when we say Allahu Akbar, immediately the next step is tie your hands. The way we're going to tie your hands is the pinky and the thumb. So everybody just take your pinky and thumb and make a circle on the left wrist. And then you're going to have 3 fingers go across and you're going to put it below the belly button. And you see how the left hand hangs out here? You will tuck this inside. Okay? So again, one more time. You have your pinky and you have your thumb. And the pinky and thumb is going to encircle the wrist. Encircle the wrist. And 3 fingers across. And you will put it below the belly button. And you will tuck your left hand inside. And now remember, in the other madhahib, in the other schools of thought, there's different ways. For example, there's a chest, there's a full a hold like this, and there's irsal, which is leaving it on the side. So this is according to the sunnah of the research of Imam Abu Hanifa, as we've mentioned last class or 2 classes ago. So we're going to take our hands, try your best not to do extra movements. If you have a watch, if you have a jacket or whatever you may have, that's fine. Just go over it. It's not a big deal. You can just go over. You can go over your watch, right? No issues. Remember, there's no takalluf in salah, meaning there's no extra out of the ordinary things. Like maybe you have a watch, so should I hold it? Like just be whatever you can do. Okay. So let's first practice the hold, and then we'll practice with the Allahu Akbar and then the hold. Okay. Maz, you got till here? Yeah. All right. Let's go from your side. Okay? All right, now let's bring that. See how this is hanging, right? Yeah, tuck it, yeah. Yeah. So try, bring in your wrist a little more, yeah. And then grab the yes. And then tuck this in, yes. Yes. Bring in your wrist a little more forward, yeah. And then yes. So try it one more time, unlock, yeah. And then tuck in your, yes.
This is fine right here.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine too. Remember, natural position, and the whole thing is, where's the natural position if you see it? The button somewhere here. So yeah, it doesn't have to be exactly right under it. Just natural position. Okay?
Well, if you do like, I've seen people do it this way.
So another thing. Hold on, let me see. So another thing is this tying of the hands and all of these. This is observed from the companions. So how do we get exactly where did the Prophet ﷺ tie, or the method of this? What I'm saying, like pinky and this and going 4 fingers. This is all observations. This is all from the observations of the Sahaba. So that's what they're reporting back. Okay. So let me just see what. All right. Let me just. Okay, so really quick, I guess there was a question of how does a sister say takbir? So the sisters, there's 2 principles, and of course you guys should also learn this because sisters, mothers, daughters, when a woman is praying, there's 2 main things that she's going to adhere to, which is one is clinging to the body, closing to the form of the actual body, physical body, and number 2 is in sajda and the sitting position, being flatter on the ground. So the way that a woman would say Allahu Akbar and Takbir is she would raise her hands till here, till her chest, not like a guy. A guy's way was this. Till here, and she will say Allahu Akbar, and she will not tie her hands like this. She will tie her hands like this, one over the other, again, clinging to the body. So if you see, it's attached to the body, and the whole thing is more astar, it's more covering the aura of a woman. The form of the woman is also in a hijab. It's also something that should not be shown and displayed. So even in salah, that same consideration is given. So she will go up till her chest, say Allahu Akbar. Again, she also needs to say audibly that it is heard, and then tie the hands one over the other on the chest. Okay? And also if she has a khimar, or she has some sort of a scarf or something that is covering, she doesn't need to take her hands out of the scarf to say Allahu Akbar. A man does. Let's say a guy, you have the rumal, and it's like a big rumal, and you have to say Allahu Akbar. A man has to take his hands out, and he has to say Allahu Akbar. A woman, within that, she can just say Allahu Akbar and tie her hands. Okay? All right, so let's keep practicing. I think I was here, right? So go a little lower. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh no, you messed up now. Go more. Grab more. Yeah. And then okay, so now let's go from the top and then just tie our hands and get to that point. We're just remember, it's a lot of practice, and inshallah, whoever's feeling like, oh, I need to memorize this or remember this, you just keep practicing and it's just gonna come. Okay? So now again, when we're standing close to our brothers, we're close to each other. Since there's sisters listening to the live stream, I'm also gonna mention this. Even sisters need to make sure they line up and they're close to each other. I can't tell you how many times I don't get the complaint from the men, but I get the complaint from the women that there's a sister here and the sister there. That's not how it's supposed to be. They need to be close to each other, lined up next to each other. And the same things that a man needs to be close and a straight line, sisters also need to follow that. And for brothers and sisters, toes are going to be facing the qibla, right? And then let's do the movement, and then we'll do the full movement. So your hands are going to go up, Allahu Akbar here, tie without extra movements. And you're in now, this is called the qiyam position, standing position. Okay? And then for the sisters, it's going to be like this. They're going to go to the chest, Allahu Akbar, put their hands on top, right hand on top of the left hand, and clinging to the body. So if we can just do that full movement now, I'll start from here again. So Haji Sahib, say Allahu Akbar loudly. So one more time. Don't shrug your shoulder though. Do it one more time. Yeah. And remember, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, in one hadith, he praised the people who had humble shoulders. So what does humble shoulders mean? It doesn't mean like somebody's like, saying bad things to you, cussing you out. You're just like, it's okay, brother. No. It means that if there's a gap, someone pulls you and closes the gap. Someone tells you, okay, close this gap. Or someone is saying Allahu Akbar and you're getting, hurt here or hurt here. It's okay. It's in salah, your brothers. So it's fine. So that's the humbleness of the salah. One more time. Don't go like that. Okay, and then remember, not like this, straight. Yes. Let's do that one more time. Practice. So remember, Allahu Akbar is starting from here. Do it again. And then remember, as you say Allahu Akbar, you want to tie your hands. Don't say Allahu Akbar and then tie. Allahu Akbar, and you're tying your hands. Yes. One more time, just so you practice. While you're tying your hand. Yes. Let's fix that. All right, you got to give me one without any mistake. Good.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
One more time.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. And also, when we say Allahu Akbar, sometimes we tilt up. Don't tilt up. Just look straight towards the qibla.
Allahu Akbar.
One more time.
Allahu Akbar.
So start your Allahu Akbar here.
Right here?
Yeah, when you're up here. Don't start from Allahu Akbar like that. So one more time.
Allahu Akbar.
And no, while you start it, then tie your hands.
Okay.
So you're starting here, you're ending here.
You say Allahu Akbar when you're here?
Yeah, you start from here, not here.
Yeah.
You can do your niyat, like
Allah.
while you're raising it, you can do your niyat. That's fine. Yeah. Don't shrug your shoulders. And palms facing the Qibla.
Allahu Akbar.
You're still going down. Just normal. Just be, yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Where's your fingers? Where's your fingers? Just go back. Yeah, just to the best of your ability. That's it. Palms more towards the Qibla. So Tavish, don't get too rigid on it. Just normal, organic. And then also your toes, yes, point them in. Okay.
Sometimes I notice I start away with these straight legs, but after few rakats it tends to
Yeah.
become like
So good question. So the question was, like, you start off with the proper position, but then after like 1-2 rakats, you see yourself all the way down here somewhere. So if we maintain what I'm gonna say in the rest of the demo, if we practice that, you should end up close to where you are right now. And that's why you can keep a 4-finger distance, about 4 fingers, equal to the level of your shoulders from the front and the heels area. Okay? All right, the next part. The wordings are very important. Over here, we read the thana. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak asmuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. We're not going to practice that right now. After the entire demo, you can grab one of us and then you can say that entire thing to us or memorize it together. So that way you can learn it and you can make sure that you're correct in what you're saying. Now, after the thana, if you're behind an imam, you're not going to recite anything. You're just going to stay quiet. And the hadith is that the recitation of the imam is your recitation. Al-imamu daminun. The imam is responsible. So what is he responsible of? Of the qira'at and leading the individuals. So if you're behind an imam, you're going to say Allahu Akbar, you're going to read your thana, and you're going to be quiet, even if it's a quiet prayer, it's a silent prayer. And then if you're praying by yourself, then you're going to say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You're going to read the Surah Fatiha till the end, and you're going to say Ameen silently like this. Ameen. Right? Even to yourself, and even if you're behind an imam, both are the same.
no, not in it's a little
No,
bit-
in the Hanafi madhab, we do it silently. So it's like this. Some people do it like so silent you can't even hear. That's wrong also. So it's not, that's wrong. Because I didn't utter anything. It's like this. Ameen. You actually said it.
You have to hear it yourself.
Yes, 100%. You have to hear yourself. And there's two things, silent and long. Ameen, I'm saying it out loud. Ameen, I elongated the Ameen part. Okay? So you have to do both of those things. Ameen. Like silently so you can hear yourself. This is true for when you're behind an imam. It's also true when you're praying by yourself. Yeah.
So you can do sana anytime you join the Jamaat, like even if there's Qur'an going?
Yeah.
And we don't have to sing.
So when you're joining the salah, and you know the imam is in a certain position and stuff, you can skip it, but if you have time, you should read it. But if the imam is reciting, try to say quickly enough that you're not reading while the imam is also reading. Okay? Someone?
Do we say Bismillah beforehand, before the thana?
Yeah. You will say thana, then ta'awuth, then basmalah. Yeah. And then in every rakat, you can say Bismillah at the beginning. You don't have to, but you can. So saying Ameen, after saying Ameen, you have Surah Fatiha, another surah, or at least 3 minimum ayats. Okay? And inshallah, one of the things that the brothers can also help out with is if anybody wants to read their Surah Fatiha, just to see if they're saying it right, please recite to one of us Surah Fatiha so that you know at least you're reciting it right or wrong. And if not, we're here to learn, so we practice that. We practice it together, inshallah. So now, that's the standing position. Now going to the next actual position is, while you're standing, your hands are tied, your eyes should be looking to the place where you're doing sajda. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's one of the etiquettes actually, that you should not be looking up. This is makruh, this is disliked. Why? Because it resembles other individuals, other religions. Nor should you be moving like this. You see how I'm moving? Sometimes a lot of hufaz, because when they're memorizing Quran, they're so used to memorizing and moving around, then what happens, right? Mas? They're just like reading Taraweeh like this, like they're rocking. So we're not going to do that. There's one thing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do, and this is something you can use in Taraweeh also, which was to shift the weight from one leg to another leg. So you see how I'm standing, but without bending around or anything like that, shifting one leg to another leg, the weight. That was something Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do in his Qiyamul Layl, in his long, lengthy tilawat.
You can't lift your foot up.
You shouldn't, just knees, use your knees, yeah.
Move from one
Yeah,
leg
just,
to another.
yeah. And then you always want to make sure your chest is facing the Qibla and your toes throughout the entire movement is always directed towards the Qibla. In some of the madhahib, the Maliki madhab, if your toes move away from the Qibla, it can actually invalidate the prayer. In the Hanafi madhab, it's the chest. So chest always has to be directed towards the Qibla. Now, I say that because remember in one of our classes we spoke about this, that we want to have all the full consideration of all the madhahib and all the differences of opinion also. So even if that's not what the research we follow, but still to keep in mind that that should be also considered and should be also respected. So now when we're done with our tilawat, we've said a Surah Fatiha, we've said a surah, now we go into the ruku position. In the ruku position, I'm just going to face this way and show. In the ruku position, as soon as a person is done, once they start moving, they're going to say Allahu Akbar. They're going to start the movement at Allahu Akbar and at the Ra of Akbar. And with their hands, in this part, the hadith mentions that they would grab their knees. So this is just placing your knees, hands on the knees. This is grabbing your knees. So what you're going to do is, after you're done with this position, now you need to go into ruku. You'll say Allahu Akbar, and you're going to grab your knees. Your arms are going to be straight, and your eyes are going to be fixated here between your toes. To the best of your ability, you want to make your neck and your upper back straight. To the best of your ability. And that's how we're going to do the ruku. The arms are going to come out. So for a man, it's like this. So I'm going to show one more time. For a man, it's like this. Allahu Akbar. See how this is coming separated from my hand? For a woman, it's different. For a woman, if she's saying Allahu Akbar, again, those two principles will be followed. And she's going to cling to her body. And she's just going to do the slight movement that will be considered as ruku. All right, the aqal that will be considered ruku, which is this. So a slight bend. So she will be like this, or actually like this. And then she'll just put her hands, and that's her ruku. Now, notice how this is connected to the body. She's not grabbing her knees. This is considered ruku. This is a full-on ruku. But this is for the woman. The brothers, again, one more time. They're going to stand like this. Everybody stand like this. Fix up your hands, guys. We just practiced it. We're going to practice more. Toes also. Okay? And now, in this position, I'll do it, and then I want everybody to do it. Allahu Akbar. So say, and then do ruku.
The takbir starts when you...
As soon as you start moving. Yeah.
You're supposed to unlock, and then by the time takbir ends, your hands are supposed to be on your knees.
Yes. So the whole intiqal matches with the takbir. Okay?
Oh, so you can't be just Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. It'll be valid, but that's not the sunnah way. So we want to match those. Yeah. Yeah, good. Common issues is people will, try to get some wind and just sway their hands, pick up their pants. All these extra things, we want to take them out. Okay? So let's practice this aspect. And then there's another important aspect I have to go over. You got this side, right? Okay, good. And then make sure another thing is don't dunk your head. So don't go too much, just straight. And then with your eyes, you're looking over here.
Your neck and your... All like one plane.
Yeah, as much as possible. If it hurts, don't hurt yourself, just as much as possible.
Can the arms be bent at all?
The arms can be bent, but you have to hold your knees. You're not holding your knees. Grab your knees. Spread up. Look, there's two places where the hadith mentions something about the fingers. One is here, where it mentions spread. I mean, it mentions grab. So here you're going to grab your knees. Okay? All right, don't just put them, just grab your knees, okay? And then, where are you looking? Yeah, so let's do the full movement. Okay, grab tighter your knees.
Yeah. Your eyes, you should be
Okay.
between your,
Haji Sab, do you want to do it?
yeah, between your,
Okay, that looks good.
This is good.
yeah,
Do it one more time. All right, another common mistake is riding your clothes. Don't ride your clothes. Don't ride your clothes. Go straight to the knees. Yeah, do one more time. Okay. And then with your eyes, you're going to be looking right here. Okay? So your head is a little too high now. So there you go. Good. And then with your eyes, you're looking right there. Good. 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 Yeah, that looks good. Don't ride your clothes. And then grab your knees. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Spread your fingers and grab your knees. Yeah. Do it one more time. Ayan, can you start from that side again and then check them again one more time? Guys, let's keep practicing. So while I'm looking at this, Hafiz Ayan can check one more time. Yeah. No. Look. Hands. Right here. Just grab your hand, knee. You're going like this. You're grabbing like this. No, meaning it has to be spread apart. You say the Allahu Akbar once you start moving. So when you're about to move, then say Allahu Akbar. You were moving and then you're saying Allahu Akbar. So as soon as you start moving, say Allahu Akbar. Good. Okay, that's good. One more thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning is try your best to make sure that you have something covering your head. And covering of the head, it doesn't have to be a topi or anything like that. It can be a beanie, it can be a hat, it can be a turban, it can be anything that covers the head. And without the covering of the head is considered makruh. So try your best to have something, even if you have a hoodie, just put on the hoodie, you're good enough, right? That will be considered as covering the head, okay? So everybody practice the ruku position, right? Any questions on that? Yeah.
Well, we should start saying after the imam finishes his position, or what time should we start doing in relation to what the imam?
So you will follow what the imam is saying.
Start saying Allahu Akbar, then you
Yes,
can also start
yes.
saying Allah.
Yeah. And if you want to be very technical, at the ba of the akbar of the imam, you will start moving the position. So imam says, for example, Allahu Akbar, then you will start Allahu Akbar. And then in fiqh, you can either proceed a little and all those things, but we're not going to go into all that. Just follow the wordings of the imam. Okay, so one main thing to remind ourselves is each of these positions. Now we did two different positions. Each of these positions need its appropriate time. You know, each of these positions, you have to be there, still, motionlessness, tranquil, enough that all the limbs of your body are still at that point. And some of the ulama, the jurists, they consider this wajib. So imagine, we spoke about wajib in our class, right? If a person does not do a wajib, what happens? If you intentionally don't do a wajib, then your salah is invalid. And if you forgot by chance, you can do a sajda so. But because this is every single aspect, like imagine, I've seen many individuals, they'll say, and then they'll go into sajda. Like it's just really quick, up and down. So that's not valid. So you have to make sure all those things that we're doing, all those aspects and stages, give it some time. Aram say, you know, like just give it some time, itminan, and then you say Allahu Akbar, you're in the ruku, stay there, make sure nothing is moving around, motionlessness, right? And then you move on to the next stage, wait there a second, 2 seconds, then go to the next one. Everything properly. And that's the beauty of the salah. That's how you get the khushu in the salah. Okay? So that's going to be everywhere. Now, once you're done with ruku, okay, the way we get up from ruku is very simple. You straight, as soon as you start lifting up your head, you say, Sami Allahu liman hamida. Before that, in the ruku, we have to do tasbihat, right? What's the tasbih that we do? Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Say it one more time. Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Common mistakes on this is not saying Rabbiyal. What do they say? Rabbiyal, Rabbi, or something like that, where it sounds like an alif. It's not an alif. It's ya. Rabbiyal, right? And then Azim with the dha, right? A different meaning with the Azim, Azim. At least 3 times you should do that. And you should try to say clearly and so loud enough that you can hear. Even the tasbihat, you have to say it loud enough that you can hear, right? And if a person doesn't, then remember, in the salah, everything needs to be at least bare minimum, you can hear yourself. And this is for both the brothers and the sisters. When we get up, as soon as we say Sami Allahu liman hamida, we're going to get up, upright, calm, still, relaxed, not like jaldi jaldi, none of that. Calm, still. We're going to have ta'adilul arkan. It's literally called ta'adilul arkan. Ta'adil means giving measure to each of the stages. You're giving it time. So when you get up, give it some time, stay there for a second, and then we're going to go to the next movement. So I'm going to do it, and then we can inshallah practice. So I'm in my ruku position. Sami Allahu liman hamida. That's it. Now, the Imam will say Sami Allahu liman hamida. The people behind him will say Rabbana wa lakal hamd or Rabbana lakal hamd. And if you're praying by yourself, you can say both of them. You can say Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. You can say it together, okay? And then the other thing is, when you get up, avoid any extra movements. You don't want to, start flapping your wings or anything like that. Just calm, you're up, and you're facing the Qibla, looking where the Qibla is. Okay, that's it. If you're praying behind an Imam, when the Imam says Sami Allahu liman hamida, as soon as he starts moving up, you lost 1 rakat. So you have to make up 1 rakat. Okay? All right, let's just do that once, third position now. So everybody go into ruku, and then we'll just test everybody and see everybody getting up. All right, now you can get up. So as soon as you start getting up, Sami Allahu liman hamd. So try to grab your knees again. Yeah. And then now say it loudly. And Rabbana wa lakal hamd. So you're bending too much. Do it one more time. Go down. So your head is coming, your back is straight, but your head is coming up. So put this in the same, there you go. That. Now, and get up.
So once you stand up from, or in general, when you're standing and your hands are not tied, does it matter if your fingers are like this or like this?
It doesn't matter.
No?
Yeah, just, that's not something to focus, yeah. So go into ruku. Okay, good. Yeah, so you can say Rabbana lakal hamd or Rabbana wa lakal hamd. And then there's du'as from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fi. You can do all of those. Unless you're an imam, then you should do shorter for the people behind you. But you can do all of those du'as behind you when you say Sami Allahu liman hamida. Okay? Okay. Mm-hmm. You already checked these? Okay. Yeah.
Are you saying Rabbana wa lakal hamd while going up? Or are you saying Sami Allah?
No, so when you're behind the Imam, you will get up when the Imam is getting up, and then you will just give the jawab. So you're just doing the jawab if you're behind. You can say it too if you want. It's not like you can't say Sami Allahu liman hamida, but you can say it too, and then the main thing is the jawab for the muqtadis. Okay, so once again, everybody do it. And then everybody at the same time. So let's see if there's, so forgot your name. No, you gotta grab your knees. Okay, some of you guys, your toes are falling apart. All right, and now everybody go into the standing position. Okay, good. All right. Any questions so far? Oh.
When praying like a silent prayer at home or any prayer at all alone, like are you allowed to say it out loud, like recite out loud?
Yeah, you can say it out loud. And then now we're going to go into sajda. So when you stand up, like I said, this Sami Allahu liman hamida, you can read the other du'as, hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fi. And then this is the point, everything needs to be still. Don't rush it. This is the point where you want to make sure that you're straight, you're upright, you're not curved. Once you're upright, you're straight, then you can go into ruku. So you cannot go into ruku when you're curved. Like for example, you're going like this. Look, I'm still curved, and then I go into ruku. That's wrong. It's invalid. Your entire salah will be invalid. Why? Because you missed the entire standing position. So you have to be upright, chest is straight, chest and shoulders are straight, and then now you can go into ruku. Okay?
So the condition is chest and shoulders straight.
No, the condition, what I'm trying to say is everything should be, you need to actually perform the, you need to perform the position. When you go in like this and then you go into ruku, sajda, you haven't even performed the qawma. This is the qawma position, the standing position. So you need to be upright completely. At least one tasbih, just be there, tranquil, and then go to the next one. Okay? Very, very important. If you don't do it, then, a lot of times, I can't even tell you how many times I've seen it where people, I don't know if it's an injury, what it is, they just go like this and then they're in. Where did the entire standing go? The entire you canceled the whole thing out.
But it has to be distinct enough.
100%. Every rukun, every stage or aspect of the prayer needs to be, this is the qawma, this is the ruku, this is that. Everything needs to be separated, and then you can this is where you get the khushu, right? In the Quran, I've been speaking about this for the past few weeks. Khashi'un literally means those that are tranquil and still in the prayer. Those that are calm, they're focused in their prayer. So how do we get that? By not rushing, by not hastening, by not making sure we finish every single rukun before we go to the other one, right? And it's not a thing of the kids either. You would expect kids to do this because they want to go play or something, but it becomes such a habit. People 60 years old, they don't know how to stand properly, and they've been praying 5 times a day. So it's a very bad habit. Inshallah, we're going to be working on that. So now when we go into ruku, few things to remind ourselves of ruku. Sujud, yes. When we go into sajda, we're going to go from the ground top. So when we go down, the upper body is not going to go bend. So first, our knees are going to touch the ground, then our hands are going to touch the ground, then our nose, and then our forehead. So in that order, we're going to go to the ground. A man will make sure they go far out enough that their bellies, right, are separated from their thighs. And their armpits are parallel to, their hands are parallel to their face, and their armpits are up like this. Okay? And your fingers are closed in this one. Remember in the ruku we had open, fingers are closed in this one and pointing towards the qibla. And our toes are going to be pointing towards the qibla. Okay? So one more time, I'm going to say all those things again. When we're going down in sajda, we're going to go ground upward. So first, our knees are going to touch the ground, then our hands, then our nose, then our forehead, and we're going to go far out enough that our abdomen area does not touch our thighs for a man, and our elbows are up, and our hands are by our faces. Not here, not here, not here, just by our faces.
So the elbows,
And our fingers are pointing the qibla and toes towards the qibla. Yeah.
the elbows, because he's here,
Yeah. To the best, you're not going to hit anybody, but it's going to be out. since there's sisters watching the stream also, for the sisters, how is it? The sisters are going to be closed in. If you can see my arm, closed in by the body, and they will be laying it flat, like this, laying it flat. This is a hadith that the Prophet ﷺ, he said close meaning that don't do a sajda like a dog would rest, right? And that's not speaking about for a woman, that's speaking about a man. Because when Rasulullah ﷺ would do a sajda, even a small little goat would go past between where he would do sajda. So he would open up, it would be a manly sajda, you can say, right? So for a woman, it would be close to the body, on the ground, hands right here to the body, and then with their feet, they're not going to do the same thing with the feet. With the feet, a man is going to be, I'll do it. A man is going to be putting their toes towards the qibla. A sister will be putting their feet sideways. I'll try to see if I can do it. But just look at my feet part. For a man, this is their way. Notice my toes are facing the qibla. My heels are joined together. And for a woman, she'll close it in. So there's no gaps. Okay? So I'll do a sajda, and then we'll practice, and then we'll go one by one, inshallah. Okay, so I'm in the standing position, and then, actually let me do it this way, so you can actually see it. So first I'm gonna put my knees down, and while I'm doing this, I'm saying Allahu Akbar. So Allahu Akbar, knees, hands are going down, and then nose and forehead, and then my toes, they're facing the qibla. And I am, spread apart. So I'm like this, okay? And then when you get up, I'll show you how to get up also. So one more time.
The hands are supposed to be by the side of your face?
Yeah, parallel to the face. Parallel to the face. Not up, not down, parallel to the face. Fingers are gonna be facing the qibla. Toes are facing the qibla.
How far it is from the face? Is that
Just by where the earlobe. It doesn't matter as long as it's here. Yeah, but the main thing is make sure every finger is towards the qibla. And another thing is, sometimes people, if they have injuries, weight problems, or whatever, they'll do sajda in whatever they can do. So remind yourself that this is the sunnah way, but if there's an injury, somebody's, I've seen some people try to do sajda like they're just falling down and then they're just doing sajda. So you don't want to do that kind of sajda. But if there's an injury, there's some sort of excuse, then you can use the ground. For example, you can go like this, and then you can go like that. If there's a leg problem, knee problem, hip problem, something like that, you can use the ground. We want to find the right method, and then we want to, all the exceptions we can, have later. Okay, so I'll do it one more time, and then inshallah we'll practice. So you're standing, and you say, Allahu Akbar, knees, and then your toes are facing the qibla. Okay? Your eyes will be looking towards this area, and that will be something preferred, not something. Okay, so so you want to match your Allahu Akbar from starting till where you get to the ground. Okay? So why don't you do this side? Because there's going to be a lot of brothers. So I'll see from here. Okay? And then join your heels. Yeah, all the way join. Yeah, there you go. And then fingers together. Yes. So do it one more time. Let's practice it one more time. And then toes towards the qibla.
Feet together.
Yes, mashallah. That's good. And then heels also join. Yeah. Okay. You can keep practicing. I'm going to keep seeing the other brothers. What's your name? You're the MVP here. You're the smallest one in the class. MashaAllah. Oh, you gotta first, don't do the, this thing. Don't crack your upper body first. So go down first on the knees. Your toes need to be facing the qibla. No, do it one more time. Toes facing the qibla. Okay. No, here. Watch me. So we're standing up. First, you're gonna fall on your knees. Okay. Then your hands. What you're doing is this. you're going like this. Don't bend your upper body yet. Yeah. Extend more, extend more.
I can't feel my toes.
Okay. Good. All right, give me 2 of these. That was good. Do 2 more so we can practice really quick. Extend more, go more. Yeah. Yeah. Hand go further up.
Your heels are supposed to be together.
Your fingers.
Okay, so your hands, yeah. And then your toes need to, there you go. Heels need to touch. And remember,
Heels and toes? Like,
no, heels.
just your
Yeah. Toes need to face the qibla, so they're gonna be like this. And remember, anywhere in the sajda, your toes must be on the ground. So the bare minimum is somewhere in the sajda they should be like this. If they're not completely in the sajda, like for example, sometimes kids do this where they like go flying up. If the whole sajda is done like that, the sajda is invalid. So somewhere in that sajda, it needs to be the feet needs to be on the ground. Okay? So I was at you, right? You guys can keep practicing. So whoever's done can keep practicing, so that way if you have any questions, you can ask. All right, so thumb, put a yes, and join your heels. There you go. Do it again. And then also try not to drop hard. Like don't drop like that. Aram se, like just normal. If you can't do it normal, just a little, you can use the ground for help or your body for help. Because we're not used to it, sometimes we need this help. Okay? Close your fingers. Okay? Yeah, looks good. Okay. Try your best to put more of your toes towards the qibla. And then extend more. Yeah. Okay. Do 1 more, maybe 2 more. Okay, good. And remember, that movement is with the Allahu Akbar, right? Yeah.
So the toes, as soon as you hit the ground or as soon as you
ride your toes
like your knees touch the ground, that's when you bring the toes and the heels together?
Oh no, once you get, don't do it too meticulous. Like once it gets organically, just bring it back. If you need to, do it. If you're not, then don't do it. Yeah, just if you need the help and support, you can go like that. If you don't need to, you're mashallah strong, strong individual, you can just go down. People with weaker knees, I don't know, maybe you could do this or use the ground. Yeah.
I have to raise this up so you get.
Makruh.
Oh no, you can.
All right. Okay.
I won't use the hand.
Yeah. No. Even if you don't use 2 hands and you're just doing it, yeah. It's still, even then, you're not supposed to. That's the thing. Remember I told you guys no extra movements, right? And fidgeting with your clothes up and down, like, don't wear those kind of clothes then. Yeah, simply. Like, I know, right now I get it, yeah. And then yeah. Okay?
The heels when I push them, my toes are good. They
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah. As long as that direction is there, you're good.
That alarm was to the side, so I thought it
Okay, go ahead.
Try to bend your toes a little more.
Yeah, go down.
Just like that.
Yeah. And he said, Allah.
Put your finger here. Hold on, let me come. So your fingers there you go, by your face, and then join your feet together,
Like that.
and then your toes towards the qibla. Yeah. So try it one more time.
Yeah, without my knees having to touch.
You're feeling what? Say that again.
Because trying to get your heels to touch and then your toes to aim forward, my knees start getting close together.
Like, what do you mean? Let me see what you're saying. So close your fingers, put them parallel to your face. Yeah, you seem fine. What are you saying about the knees?
I don't know.
Okay.
Alright, bend your toes.
Okay.
Like this?
Yeah, you're good.
No, yeah, they should be touching.
But yeah. So this aspect of your toes touching bending towards the qibla, that's the thing that somebody asked in the beginning. How do I end back at the same position, right? When your toes are always bending towards the qibla in any of these positions, I'm like this. Oh, also in sajda, I forgot to mention this. When you're putting your feet together, you're bringing your left foot to the right foot. Okay, I should have said that, but left foot is coming to the right foot. Yeah, it's not like this. No. The right foot is your anchor. It's always going to be anchored. Exactly. Your left foot is the one that's coming here and facing the qibla. And if you look at it, this guy is always like that. So when you get up, guess what? You're right where you started. You haven't moved anywhere. Right? Yeah, I need to check those. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next part. It keeps falling. Okay, so now once we've done the sajda, there's only two more aspects we have to speak about. So when you get up from sajda, how do we get up? Reverse order. So we had nose, forehead, hands, and the knees. That's the order that we're going to follow. To the best of your ability, try to do it without taking any other support. I'll talk. So if you're elderly, if you have a sickness, if you need the support, you can do this. You can sit. You can get the support. Allahu Akbar. You can get the support here with your thighs or the ground if you need it. But if you can, you're young, you have the energy and you have the strength, you will do the whole thing without getting any support. So what is that? Again, your hands are here. You say Allahu Akbar, all reverse order, and you're just going up. That's it. So you can do any of those, okay? Now, one thing to understand is when we're doing the sajda, the ta'dilul arkan, right? What's a good definition for ta'dilul arkan? That tranquility in each of the stages, right? That motion, the stillness that we have in each of the positions, that needs to be there. So common mistake is this. Common mistake is you quickly did 3 tasbeehs like while you're moving and you ended it and then you touch the ground and you go back up. That's why they have that saying, right? I said this last week too. Up and down, kiss the ground, back in town. So what is that? You're just boom, 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 you're out, you're done.
Every stage should look separate.
Yes, every stage needs that completeness, then move on to the next one. Complete, then move on to the next one. So here in the sajda, especially, the thing is, we want to finish everything. You say your 3 tasbihat, right? Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, at least 3 times. If not, you can do more. And then when you come up, imagine this is the stage. In one hadith it mentions the closest that a slave is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in sajda. Meaning you're very close to Allah. How are you doing this like a little push-up and then getting back up? Right? It doesn't make sense. So give that attention, give that time. Now, getting up, we already spoke about. Now we're going to talk about sitting. So now you sit. The way we sit is you get up, you sit on the, let me do it this way. So you get up, you sit on the left leg, you sit on this, and you prop the right leg up on the right side. And your toes are facing the qibla. Okay? So again, one more time. You say Allahu Akbar. While you're saying Allahu Akbar, you sit on the left leg, right leg goes right, and it's pointing towards the toes are pointing towards the qibla. Now sometimes people tell me this hurts, so I'm telling you this. Look, sit on this leg first. Step 1, sit like this. Okay. Step 2, push this leg to the right. Put it to the right. Take the space. Step 3, just lift it up a little. If you can do that, that's good enough. And this will open up slowly and slowly. Okay? Yeah. Can you put your right leg on top of your left leg like this, right? It's valid, but it's not the sunnah. The sunnah is this. It's valid, your sajda and your sitting position counts, but we want to follow the complete sunnah, right? So we'll just check everybody's back, how they're sitting.
And the fingers should be.
Yeah, and then the fingers, good question. Fingers are going to be on the thighs, not the knees. They're going to be on the thighs in a normal position, not tight, not split, normal position on the thighs.
Up here,
Yeah, thighs. This is this is normal.
just above the knees.
Yeah, just above the knees. No.
Or when this position hurts, are you able to sit in other positions?
Yes. If that position hurts, then you can do what is comfortable. You can try to squeeze to the right like this. All right. The sisters, the way they sit is like this. See, I can't even do it because my bones are not like met like that. But basically, they're gonna each of their feet is going to point right, and they're gonna sit on their like thighs like that. And imagine how beautiful is our deen that every stage there is modesty that is protected for the sisters. Right? So even in that, like that's called tawarruk. That's what the sisters will do. Yeah. The fingers? Our eyes, it's mustahab. It's preferred to have it on the lap. Yeah. So I'll just go behind and then everybody just go in that position and we can check it. You already did it? So you want to sit on you want to sit on that left foot. Yeah, so I know it might hurt a little, but look one more time. So the left foot, you're gonna be sitting, or if you want to just practice, you can do this, then this, then this. You're done. So try sitting on your left foot like this. Okay? And then it's gonna get some practice, but then pull this behind, and then this prop it up. Yeah.
So when sitting like this, kind of like not related, but it's gonna sit on the left or the right, like, or does it not matter?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Sitting like this, like not during Salah, like just sitting, which is the left leg down.
All right, guys, let's go. Otherwise, you're breaking it into sweats, bro. Here, this might help. Put your foot towards right. Put it more towards right. Scoot over to the left. You scoot over to the left, and now prop it up a little. Okay, that's good enough. That's better. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. Got it. Put your hands on your laps. Yeah.
I want to show you the sajda again.
Okay, go ahead.
We're anchoring the foot and bringing the left foot to it.
Okay.
So,
No, do it again. Don't bend down. Because remember, when we bend first, that counts as one ruku plus a sajda. And we don't want to do that.
so just drop like this.
Yeah. Not like so robotic, but yeah.
That was slow down.
Your hands need to be parallel to the face. Yeah. And then join your heels. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Sit up like this.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Looks good. Yeah. Looks good. Yeah. And then your hands. Good. Looks good. You got it, bro. Idris, right? Yes. Looks good, right? Yes. You guys did it? Okay. So now we're almost done, guys. So at-tahiyat, inshallah, make sure you recite it to one of us. Make sure you say it. If not, we have that group that Hafiz Mohib made. You can just put on that I want to recite to somebody. One of us will contact you. You'll listen to it. Here to help out. So make sure you recite your at-tahiyat, your salat ala nabi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin all the way till the end. And then you do some dua. And then the last thing that is, or two things to mention, is when we do the attahiyat or the shahadat part. You say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. So when we do the shahada, you just make a ring with the thumb and the middle finger. And then you put it on your thigh. Okay, not at the end of the thigh, at the a little further, yeah. And then when you say la ilaha, you lift it up. Illallah, you put it down. How far should you lift it up? You should not lift it up till the sky. Lift it up till the qibla. So the qibla, again, everything is directed towards the qibla. Fingers are pointing towards the qibla. Your toes are pointing towards the qibla. Your shahada finger is going towards the qibla. So you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. And you keep it like that. So one more time, everybody go in this position. Everybody's in this position. Brother Muhammad, you good? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. So not so far up. So remember, the pointing is towards the qibla. And then you just leave it down like that. You saw them? No, you did it? Okay. All right. And then once you're done with this, all the words, inshallah, please make sure, this is also very, very important. Make sure you reach out to one of us and then you say it. And then the last thing that is the salam. In the salam, you go, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Common mistake is people forget to say Assalamu alaikum. It's an alif lam there. So desi, I'm not going to say desi, but everybody sometimes, they'll say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. That's wrong. It's Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And then with the Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, you're supposed to turn towards the right. Don't look at who came late. This guy came late. I knew he's always timing. This guy too. Don't do that. But turn your face till your cheeks are towards the people. And you're supposed to look over here. There's malaika, there's angels here. And the people here, you intend everybody here. And you say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah here. And then you turn, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah too. You don't go back, this guy, I knew he was this. No. And then once you're done here, you come back to the middle position, then you're done with the salah. Okay? Now, there's a few things. So first thing is, do you have to do a wave? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You don't have to do that. Okay? That's one. Two, do you have to pause in the middle? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This one, if you want to do it, you can do it. You don't have to do it though. Okay? There is some statements on this though. So you can say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay? Yes.
Can you repeat the part about
the malaika?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on our shoulders we have malaika here.
Are you saying salam to them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're saying not only to them, but everybody, the imam, people, every jannat, everybody that's on the right side. When you're intending the front, and everybody on this side, you're going to be intending everybody, if the imam is on your left side, for example, everybody that's on this side. So then, once you're done with the salah, you're not really even saying salam to anybody. You don't have to, because you've already said salam. Right? Yeah.
Is there a reason to say it? Like, are you going to say it with the imam?
Yeah, good question. So do you say it with the imam or not? So once the imam says rahmatullah, right? That's when you can start moving your head and you can start saying assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. So once the imam is done with one sentence, you do that sentence. Once the imam is done with the second sentence, you do that sentence. You hold on as long as the imam is with you. So for example, if the imam's elongating it, he's saying assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, you will hold there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Even though you're done, he's still saying rahmatullah. You're going to hold there. And then you're going to come back and you're done. Does that make sense?
The salah finishes when you come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to come back, not on.
It's better to. It's better to. So sometimes what happens is, I've seen this happen also, like this. No, that's wrong. You need to make sure you come back and then you're done. Okay?
The second salam and the musalli is already going back.
Yeah.
I'm saying salam alaikum wa rahmatullah, and the person is already going back. He's saying astaghfirullah.
Also, when do you stand up? That's another thing. When you have to make up like a rakat, two rakats, when do you stand up? technical terms, it's after the tashahhud, right? It's after the tashahhud technically, but that's not the adab. The adab is after the imam says the second salam, then you stand up. Why? Because he can go into a sajda sahu. He can do something else. He can maybe I have to read one rakat and stand up and he can start reading a rakat. So you have to wait till the second salam is done, completed, and then stand up and make up your prayer. Okay? So everybody just go in tashahhud position. We'll check the salams. And yeah.
And for the shahada part,
Yeah.
you hold that position
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're sitting on your left leg, right leg is propped, hands over here, shahada fingers like this. Now it's done. You've done the shahadatain, you're doing some du'as. And the du'as need to be in Arabic in the sense that they're du'as from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can't do English du'as. Okay? And then once that's done, look at this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now you're done. Okay?
And when you're doing down,
Towards, just towards. Just look at your shoulder, one. And then also another thing is, people don't turn enough. They just go like this. You want to turn enough that your cheek is visible in the back. So your cheek is still here. And then like this.
So you don't have to point down, right?
No, you don't.
You just look all the way
No,
to the
you're just looking at the shoulder.
move your eye.
Yeah, yeah. You're not going to be going like this.
Comes the wave.
Yeah, that's where the wave comes from, maybe. Allahu alam, I don't know. But this is just a simpler way. And inshallah, all of the things that we mentioned, it's in this paper also. You have more? Okay, so we'll give the paper later, but right now just focus on what we're saying. And then practice. A lot of practice is needed, right? Yeah, another good question. So don't point your chest anywhere else. If you change the direction of your chest, your salah is going to be invalid. So if you're like this, your chest is facing qibla, your head is looking in your lap, and you're going to be upright. You're not going to be like this. I've seen this also, right? Completely down, battery's done, you know? Or, you know, you're just so upright, rigid. Just be normal, all right? Normal meaning the normal state that you pray, the normal state that you have, okay?
Not too difficult.
Not too robotic.
Not too robotic.
Yeah. So let's do the salam and then we'll just go in order. So your fingers, everything, yeah, on the thighs and then this finger is down, yeah. All right, so make this, curve this in, yeah, like that. Yes. All right, you can do that. If you don't want to do the wave, you don't have to do the wave.
La ilaha. You start with la ilaha.
So your fingers. That's another madhab. So another madhab's understanding is like that. I don't know about the circle. I know about this. So either way, we're just following the research of Imam Abu Hanifa, so that's the way he does it. And then assalamu alaikum. You gotta bring it back, bro. Ashhadu an la ilaha.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Also, one more thing. When you're saying the salam, you're starting the salam and you're gonna go all the way till the salams end, and then you're gonna end. So it's not like this. It's not like this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum. That's wrong. You're gonna start from here, end here, start from here, end here. So look at this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And it's mustahab to have the second one akhaf, like a more lower, more lower than the first one. It's mustahab. You don't have to do it, but it's the completion. So you can say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is a deeper, lower voice. That's it. Okay?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
So those that have practiced, if you guys want to start reading the At-Tahiyat or any aspect of the prayer, you guys can start reading to Mas. And then Ayan, maybe you can also help them out. So At-Tahiyat, Qunut, anything that they need to listen to. Okay?
Look in your lap, right?
Yeah.
Or it's also allowed to look at the.
It's mustahab to look at the lap area. Remember, mustahab means if you don't do it, you're not getting a sin for it.
Yeah.
It's just good to do.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah. La, so towards the qibla, not fully. Yes, yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Yes. You guys want to do the salam real quick? Did you already do it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's the physical of the salah. We got to practice though. So try to practice. I'll be here. Hafiz Mohib's here also. If you want to recite anything, just come up to us. Whatever you want to recite, inshallah, we can recite it. And then, yeah, these papers, you can have a paper. I think Hafiz Mohib also has more. And then if you're done, inshallah, then you guys are excused. Inshallah, hope this class was a very beneficial class. We make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to continue and accepts. And then also practice so that in the month of Ramadan, this is the training ground. So keep practicing and we'll get better and better, inshallah. Subhanallah.